Hi, this is Marsha Ambrosius and you're watching Your Music, My World.
So I'm sitting here with Marsha Ambrosius, who just got off stage and killed it. So how does it feel for you to end 2013 with a show at home in the UK?
Well, I've always made it a habit to end my year here. You know, I want to be home with the family for Christmas anyway, and what better way to do it than celebrate by almost doing every song that has, you know, made me who I am towards the end of the year. So I'm like, yeah, with How Are You, new album, and I get to celebrate it before I go back to work. So it's a great send-off, but it's a great homecoming, and I get to eat all my mum's cooking. I'm so excited.
And it kind of leads into my next question, like, because in some ways your success in the States has surpassed the success you've had over here. So I want to know, why do you think that is, and what's your overall opinion on how R&B and soul is represented and received over here?
Well, for me, it's because I really removed myself. It wasn't that I was aiming to surpass the level of success. I pursued my career in the United States, so it's only right that I would be acknowledged just a little bit more than I am over here. But that was done on purpose, with purpose. I went over there to be acknowledged as an urban R&B songwriter producer. There weren't very many avenues to do that over here in the UK. So it's not that I was aiming to be bigger than, you know, people would see me as over here, but so be it. I just go where the work is.
Now last year you dropped your mixtape Hors d'oeuvres as a teaser for the fans, which included F and Get It Over With.
Classic.
So I don't know if sonically, are the songs on there indicative of the sound that we're going to hear on the new album, Friends of Others?
Sonically, possibly not, but you probably will be able to have things that derive conceptually from that mixtape. It was really the concepts, whether that was F and Get It Over With, whether that was Expect This shit. It was something that gave my pen a bit more freedom to deliver a message without being as... I was less abrupt the first album. You know, it was the cookie clean cut version of what this album is. This one is cutthroat, no holds barred, I'm telling you like it is. So I'm going really 13 years back when I didn't know it was crazy to say, you know, all you got to do is say yes, take off your clothes, let's get it on. I didn't realize I was saying that because, you know, I'm just songwriting and it just came out as a very bold statement from a female. And I didn't see that. I was like, that's how I talk. I was like, oh, this is the thing, and I just ran away with my pen. So with Hors d'oeuvres, it really was an introduction to me being as bold and outspoken as I can.
Well, I know you revealed this already at the end of your show, but for the people who are going to watch this, do you have a set release date for the album, and what producers and artists have you been working with?
Well, you know, release date's coming up. As I said with Late Nights and Early Mornings, I was like, yeah, it's coming out in December, yeah, it's coming out in February, and it came out in March. So I'm not going to break anyone's heart by telling you the exact date, just know that it is coming at the top of next year, and it features Charlie Wilson, Jill Scott, we both have collaborations on there, and Neo. And producers, I've kept the same team consistent really for the past 13 years. It's myself, Andre Harris, Eric Hudson, interns, Pop and Oak. So it still has, like I did with the first album, is keeping a cohesive sound. It's songs that you play 1 through 14 seamlessly because they marry each other. It's like watching a movie. You don't want to skip the chapter because you don't know what's going to happen. By song 8, you're lost. It's like, well, what happened to that guy? Did they break up? I'm not sure they're still together. Is it the same one? You know, the album kind of plays like a movie. So that's what you can expect from it.
Oh, we're looking forward to that, certainly. Now, your debut album got Grammy nominations, critical acclaim, and recognition on Billboard. So are you now feeling the pressure to kind of match the success of the last album or top success of the last album?
No, because I really wasn't aiming to be Grammy nominated or critically acclaimed. I was just trying to put my album out, and it's the same thing with the second one. It's giving it away to the people, whether that sells 2 copies or 2 million. I get to give away my art, and tonight proved as much as if it's just the Indigo O2 audience today that buys my album, I'll be right, because I know they really care. From day one, me being a solo artist at Warner Records over here, WEA with Nicky D, all the way through until now, it's just still representing who I am. So who knows? Grammys, #1s, Soul Train Awards, BT Awards. all that stuff it's nice to dress up and go red carpet and do, but it's also better to hear the crowd singing songs back to you.
I've also noticed since your Far Away video came out, you've kind of acquired a reputation for steering away from the generic R&B video by tackling issues such as suicide, child abuse, financial stability. So why do you feel the need to do that? Why is it important for you to?
Because not many people can, not many people will. I feel it a necessity and a necessary move on my behalf to speak for those that just can't do it. It's something to be a female in this industry and have a voice and not really care about who's telling you not to, and whether that was my fashion sense, whether that was the style of music that I make. It's why wouldn't I speak for the people who can't? You know, anyone can do a regular video, stand in the rain and fall to your knees and do a spin. It's classic, but it's almost the insert face here. It could be anyone, and I feel like with the platform that I do have and the rapport that I have, whether that's my Twitter followers, whether that's Instagram likes, whether that's Facebook friends, it's all marrying each other via social media, where I can directly connect with someone that's going through some real things. Like, you look at updates and you're like, wow, I can't believe that person is still walking and breathing based on their story, and it's trying to speak to that fan or that person that just lost their grandmother or that person that was attempting suicide and is trying to come out the other side. And I have all of this music that now lives and breathes through people that genuinely care about what I do and what I say. So when it comes to the videos, I have to tell these stories.
Now, a few years back, you released a mixtape hilariously titled "Neo Soul is Dead."
It's dead.
So I want to ask you, how do you feel about the Neo Soul label or movement today, and what genre do you feel defines you as an artist?
Well, I always wanted to kill the term. I feel it was actually, you know, I don't know, it's like a double negative. It's nothing new about soul. Soul has been here and will stay forever. It's like Nas saying hip hop is dead. Well, how can it be if you are hip hop? And it was something that people feel as though if you're one thing, you're just one thing. It's monotone. I'm a black female that sings, so clearly I have to be hip hop. I have to be neo soul. I have to be jazz. I have to be something that you can label me as. For me, it's going to be the music. So it was me taking my music back. I wanted to create a mixtape that almost did the parody version of what people thought they were going to get from me. So I had fun in the studio that day, and before I knew it, it took a life of its own. And there's this infamous mixtape deemed Neo Soul is Dead, and I wanted to proclaim that at the top of a mountain, because I was tired of people expecting generic. And I think from the beginning of my career, I know from the beginning of my career, that's nothing I've ever been.
Now, we all know you've written for the likes of Michael Jackson, Khalees, Solange, Jasmine Sullivan, and the song you wrote for JoJo, 25 to Life, is personally one of my favorites that you've written.
The Mad Scientist, yeah, amazing.
So, are you currently writing for anyone, or are you completely devoted to friends and lovers right now?
No, I completed the album some months ago, and I've completely submerged myself in the writing and production end of things, whether that was Sonara Relay, who opened for me this evening. We'd worked with each other via Neo, because I met her through him, so I worked on stuff with her, whether that's Daly, who was also on stage with me today. I was just in Hawaii with Dr. Dre, and I was working with the whole Aftermath camp. Alicia Keys and myself have a song that we did for the movie The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete, which is
Bet You, Bet Me.
Yeah, see, there you go, Bet You, Bet Me. And there's all these little things that I get to sprinkle outside of me being just the artist. You know, I can celebrate each night and go on stage, but for the most part, I'm in someone's studio writing for whoever.
We opened the show with a Sade cover. So I want to know, is that going to be on the album, or is
Absolutely.
that just? Oh, right, good.
Let's go
Good.
right on the album.
Great.
I had to. I mean, even with the first album, I did Sour Times, Portishead, and I feel any time I do any cover for an album, I want it to feel like home. And Sade just reminds me of my mum playing that album. Strong with Pride will come on. And at the time, I didn't know how emotionally connected I was to that lyrically, even melodically, I was like, wow, I'm really listening to the words as an adult now, outside of, it just reminded me of Liverpool growing up, or Camberwell when I was younger, and my mum's hoovering the living room, telling me to go clean my room, and I'd hit Sade, and I'd know that, okay, she's going to be having her own party in the living room listening to Sade, and it just reminds me of how music felt when I was that young. It was just pure. It wasn't about the trend. It wasn't about the popular feature. It's just about the music, and I want to bring that back with the album. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, we have to wrap up now. So, is there anything you want to say to your fans?
I want to tell my fans that I absolutely love and adore you. Be patient with me as usual. Friends and Lovers will be out very, very soon, so look out for it. I'm absolutely excited about this next project, and I can't wait for you to hear it.